Back here on Sports Talk. Time to go to the Village Inn Hotline, and a real treat for you right now, folks. A little less than a month ago, a brand new show started to air on Comedy Central. It's time that Comedy Central devoted a full show to sports, and no one better to host a sports show than veteran comedian Norm Macdonald, who joins us next. And first off, Norm, great to have you on the show today, and good to welcome you to the world of sports media.
Oh, yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun doing sports because you don't have to do real life stuff.
Were you always into sports over the years and just kind of decided this would be kind of a nice project for you to tackle?
Yeah, no, that's all I really like is sports. Like, people think sometimes because I did Weekend Update that I know anything about the news, but I don't care anything about the news. So all I do is watch sports all the time. My TV is always on ESPN, and sometimes a guy will come in the room and go, "Hey, the president's a black guy." And I go, "Oh, it's interesting anyways." And I go back to the game. So I know very little about it. Apparently they caught the guy with the beard.
That's exactly. I think that's what I heard, too, last weekend. It sounded something like that.
Yeah, they'll if it's important enough, they'll squirrel it under the Mets game. You know?
Or if it's really important, the fans at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia will start chanting USA in the middle of the Mets game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
and then the Mets were confused.
They still are.
This can't be for us. Somebody must have killed bin Laden or something.
Hey, Tuesday nights the show airs. I believe it's 8:30 here in El Paso. So if you get a chance, folks, you can watch that sports show on Comedy Central Tuesday nights. For you, having the chance now to kind of form this show.
Are you a Dallas fan?
Actually, I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm happy for the Mavericks because Dallas is they've been unbelievable.
Is your town if they hate everybody?
You know what, El Paso, they're Laker fans here. I would say it's as far as pro sports, it's kind of a bandwagon sports town, Norm.
Laker fans
around here. A lot of Laker fans.
That's weird.
But you know what? Well, they were Bulls fans when Jordan was dominating in the 80s and 90s, and now they're Laker fans because of Kobe. But I will say this. I think we're in El Paso. And have you been to El Paso before?
Yeah, I've been there.
So you kind of realize we're off to the southwest tip, and we don't always have fans rooting for the Texas teams as much as you would normally think.
Yeah, that's true.
But the Mavericks are a great story. They're what do you think?
The Mavericks, yeah. They're my kid's favorite team. He's been wanting them to win now forever because he's wanted Jason Kidd to win so long, but this is kind of their last hope, so it'll be cool for me if they win.
I was looking at the Super Pool NBA leaderboard that you have up on your website, which, folks, is sportshow.comedycentral.com. I've noticed a theme with your website and your show, Norm. As long as you can get some action on it, it's something that might interest you.
No, we just put together pools and super pools and stuff to try to get some money going around.
What about the $25,000 bet you've got on the fight this weekend?
Well, hopefully I can make that into a cool $3,000.
I know Manny Pacquiao is a 1-8 shot right now, and we watched. I watched the clip on your website about that, and I enjoyed it. And more than anything else, getting the opportunity to spend a little time with Manny and being in the press conference a few days ago for Blake Griffin for Rookie of the Year, I'm sure that's got to be fun for you right now, enjoying being around these sports celebs.
Oh, yeah, it's cool seeing these guys because, sometimes I'll do, things, just because I know there'll be sports guys there. That's the only reason I do them, you know? Like those celebrity golf tournaments or stuff. I don't really want to see other celebrities, but it's cool to see athletes, guys like that you see play, you know?
Have you been able to parlay any of your sports experiences into front row seats and sit with the media for a lot of these big events?
No, the only thing I've ever done is I'm good friends with Bob Uecker, so he used to let me sit in with him whenever he did a game, which is like the funnest thing of all time. You just sit beside Uecker, and he calls the game and insults you and stuff.
I've heard the Uecker stories. I heard what is now a pretty infamous bit when both you and Artie Lang on Howard Stern years back started talking about the Uecker stories. And the only problem is we can't repeat much of that on our show.
No. Uecker was just a hilarious guy. He did a thing like he would do a thing. We'd be in the radio together, you know, and he would go, let's say somebody popped out third because it was on the radio. You couldn't see it. Somebody popped out to third, and then the fans booed, and he would go. Anyways, the fans just caught a glimpse of Norm Macdonald, and they're booing. I don't think that's right at all. We'll be back right after this. He do all these hilarious jokes all the time.
Is Uke, the guy's got more stories than probably anybody when it comes to his baseball days, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. He's probably the greatest guest. If he let loose, man, he'd probably be the greatest sports guest ever.
Now, are you going to, for your new show, sports show with Norm Macdonald, you're going to get the opportunity to have Uke sit in with you on either a show or maybe go out and join him in the box for something?
No, I'd love to have Uke do the show, man. That'd be awesome.
I was going to say. So, that's...
You can guest host a show.
There you go. Well, you've been on for a month, and you're already looking at scheduling guest hosts. I like that.
I meant co-host, actually.
There you go. As far as doing a show in front of a live audience, you did this for years with SNL. Now you're doing it sports-wise, but it just sounds like it's something that you kind of feed off of the energy from people and just having fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just fun doing jokes and broadcasting rather than acting and falling in love with a girl and stuff like that they make you do in these other shows.
That's a waste of time.
Yeah, and you pretend to be another person and stuff. It's hard, It's better just to go, I'm Norm, and hear some jokes, than to go, my name is Jack, or whatever. That's my acting. That's my acting, by the way. That's my technique. I say, my name is Jack. I used to say that a lot.
The Kentucky Derby is tomorrow, part of the busy sports weekend. You a big fan of the ponies?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Who's your favorite?
Yeah, I mean it's gambling. You know what I mean? It's it's like they say, it's the sport of kings. But let's face it, not that many athletes have fecal matter on the grounds during.
That's true.
Seems a little less than regal.
That is true. You have a pick? You have a favorite?
Without gambling, what would it be? Imagine that. You're watching it, it's just a bunch of horses. You're like, hey, that sixth one looks fast. Oh, it lost. Okay, let's go get a drink, What? Why would you show up for a 2-minute horse race?
Well, the Kentucky Derby is part of the action tomorrow. NBA playoffs are going on right now. Now, what's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport, right now I don't know. Right now it's basketball, because I'm hoping so much for Dallas, because my kid loves Dallas so much. Growing up in Canada, were you a big hockey fan? Yeah, I was a big hockey fan.
Who's your team?
Well, I grew up in Quebec, and my dad wouldn't let me go for Quebec teams because he was English and didn't like the French, so he made me choose another team.
So who'd you choose?
I chose the Big Bad Bruins.
It's a good team. Good team.
I chose. Good team. Yeah, it was like the best.
Well, and now here you are. You got the NHL playoffs going on, and the Boston-Philadelphia series. You got to like the fact that you get a couple of teams with a lot of rich tradition going at it and banging with each other.
Oh yeah, man, that's the best one. I don't like these new teams and stuff like that. Even to me, Vancouver was a new team, even though it was whatever it was, the 12th or whatever.
Yeah, it's an expansion
team. I remember, and also I don't like Vancouver because when they came in, their insignia was a hockey stick, and I couldn't get over it. I'm like, come on, man. People, I'm Canadian. People already think we're idiots. They put a hockey stick. So I didn't like them for that reason. But then when Longro won the gold medal, I was like, oh, I gotta go for Vancouver,
And they're bringing the hockey stick back, by the way. That logo is returning now.
So it is coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, good. We can see our hockey stick. It's like
Norm Macdonald.
So they can look at their jerseys and realize what sport they're playing.
It'd be like playing football and somebody having a football on their jersey. Or
we're the New York football players. Good name. Good name.
Norm Macdonald with us on our Village Inn hotline as we continue. Hey, your thoughts, by the way, on the NFL lockout. You worried at all that we're not going to have a season here in a few months?
Am I worried?
Yeah, as a sports now, you're a member of the sports.
I'm completely worried. It would be horrible because This is the thing with my life. I have 7 days, 1 day on Sunday, every Sunday I got figured out for a few months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that day. Now they're saying I might have to worry about that day, like be with my family or something.
Have you been able to mix in any OJ material so far in your month of broadcast in the sports show?
OJ?
Yeah, one of your favorite past targets. I know he's been kind of out of the media in a while. He hasn't really done anything. But have you decided you might get back for all time's sake and go on the warpath against this guy?
Oh no! I might talk to OJ.
Oh really? That could be history in the making in itself.
Yeah, it could be cool.
Good. Looking forward to it. Well, Norm,
right.
Listen, Tuesday nights, again, a sports show with Norm Macdonald on Comedy Central. And, folks, the exciting thing about the show is something different every week. And I've got a feeling you are not going to be heading to Vegas tomorrow night to watch Pacquiao do battle against Sugar Shane, are you?
No, I'll be pay-per-viewing it.
All right. Well, listen, enjoyed the conversation, and look forward to maybe getting you back on down the road, and hopefully a long career in sports television for you, Norm.
Awesome. Peace, man. Thanks.
It's Norm Macdonald joining us here on Sports Talk as we